All right, welcome in everyone. This is your weekly reading, and this is looking ahead at the last week of April, the first couple days of March, and we do have a full moon in Scorpio this week on the 1st. So we're going to tap in to that energy and see what's going on and how that's going to impact everybody here. So this week, let's see here. So this is going to be the 28th through the 3rd, 20th of April through the 3rd of May. So we are closing out one of the biggest months of the year, just energetically, astrologically. So again, like kind of reflecting back, like what major insights, major shifts for you energetically, maybe things that are moving forward a bit more, or maybe you're finding you're taking action on something that you've been sitting on for a while. Yeah, so we have Venus trine Pluto on the 28th. And then as we move into, let's see, May here, we have on the 1st, so we have a full moon on the 1st, we have Venus sextile Saturn and Mercury conjunct Chiron. And then on the 2nd, Mercury enters Taurus, so it'll move out of Aries. So the Aries energy will start dissipating a little bit, but we still have a strong Aries energy going on. And, you know, we just had that big shift on the 20 I think it was the 25th, Uranus entering Gemini. So we're really going to start to feel that energy. Something I did learn that, so it said within the first 48 hours after that change happened, so on the 25th. So I'm actually recording this. This is the 27th. So this is the 48-hour mark. I am going to post this today, but you're supposed to get some insight today about something in your life, and this is going to give you a little glimpse of this Uranus and Gemini energy for yourself and what's going to be a focus. And I actually had a dream last night, and in the dream I got a clear message and a very profound dream that had a lot of significance. So definitely it hit for me. What about you? Let me know in the comments if anything came for you 48 hours after. So it would have been on the 27th, right? So that is shifting our lives. That's a huge energy. Uranus will be in Gemini. I think it's the next 7-8 years. I don't know 100%, but so the next 7 years is going to be this energy, and it's really going to play out strongly to give us more sense of the direction the first year, and then kind of push us forward. But we're going to start to see this unfold for us, and this is a huge just like energy of change, of liberation, revolution in our lives. Okay, this is really big, and especially for Geminis. And also the fixed signs are going to be closing out a big chapter, because with Uranus being in Taurus. So that impacts Leos, Tauruses, Scorpios. I think I'm missing. I'm trying to look to see. So Leos, Tauruses, and Aquarians. So you guys had a pretty difficult last 7 years, I would say. So definitely, it's kind of a time to celebrate. You're going to feel a lot of energy lift for you. So looking back at the last, 7-8 years of your life, what happened? Because that was a really intense time for you. And again, really liberating yourselves from things, from situations, people, that really are rooted in belief systems that you're holding on to, or patterns or behaviors that were not serving you. And it's a time to really blow those out And now moving forward, it's this fresh, new, okay, what's this new life that I'm free from the past? And now I can really look forward and push my life forward in very like profound ways that are going to be more in line with a life I want to lead that's less challenge, less struggle, less holding back of who I really am and my authenticity as well. But that's going to be for everyone, really, as well. This is a time about you have to be authentic. And it's not just about Uranus entering Gemini. This is the time we're in. And this is the unfoldment of the ascension path and all the timelines we're in right now. The only way to jump on these higher timelines and start to really see this new earth unfolding for yourself is the key is authenticity. This term and this, what this means I've really been getting a lot of downloads about this. So I want to do a separate video on just what that means for us and kind of grow on that. And I know I've been getting a lot of channeled information as well. So I'll probably tap in to what higher dimensional beings want to come in and give us more information around that. I have been a bit lagging. Apologies. As you can tell, I've been getting over some sort of sickness, but it's kind of, shut me down for literally over a week now. So I'm kind of behind, but these, I am working on a channel message I'm going to be posting shortly here. All right, let's tap into the week here. So the focus is going to be around this Scorpio new moon, but also just generally whatever people need to be aware of for this week. So the Freedom card jumped out. This is the Time Traveler's Oracle by Denise Linn. Peace. Wow, freedom and peace. So you're definitely freeing yourself from something. And I think this is what this Venus entering Gemini, but also when we add Scorpio in, Scorpio's like going deep. Okay, so we're freeing us from some really deep unconscious stuff. Could have been conscious, but really deep-rooted things. That's what we're freeing ourselves from. And this is where it's only like getting down to the root of the things that are really been ingrained in us, whether it's due to a traumatic experience, due to belief systems, to the narratives that we've been really programmed with. That's where we find peace. And that's the path we're on now. So I like this. And then adventure. Yes, peace. And look at this. Freedom. This is that authenticity. Freeing ourselves to adventure, to start a new path that's exciting, we're passionate about, that's going to allow us to open new experiences up. And that's where we find more peace in our life. So let's look at the Scorpio full moon here with the Moonology cards. And these three flew out, so I'm going to take these. Emotions are running high. Yes, so Scorpio is a water sign, which is emotions. Especially when we have a full moon in Scorpio, where the emotions are really going to get dialed up, and it's really going to shake up these deep emotions. This is deep emotion. So whatever's being triggered is aligned more with things that are deeply rooted in our unconscious, within our, causal body or our energy body here. Bring love into the situation, and a new romantic cycle begins. Okay, so this could be tied to relationships. This doesn't have to mean like a love relationship here, but for some of you, this is signifying a new beginning and a new path that's going to bring in some new love. But this could be just opening up the energy within us to bring and romanticize our life more. Okay, this is about finding intimacy with ourselves and with our life in everything we do. And everything we're experiencing is we're following and doing things that bring us more depth and connection and magic. And it's about doing those things that we love that bring that energy into our lives. It's romanticizing life. And again, this is synchronistic because I just recently, again, came across a message about that specifically. So I feel like that's synchronistic. And like the last, I would say, week and a half, life has just been every single day putting something in front of me that like is the message I need to hear, that's unfolding like these new thought processes and approaching life in new ways. Like even the sickness, I know that this came about because then all of a sudden I was getting thrown in my face, like all about how we can heal ourselves. And I feel like this was an opportunity for me to work internally to start learning how to utilize the very essence, the power that we hold within our bodies and our energy field to heal ourselves. And that's also a big theme that's coming in right now to help us shift, because we're learning that, and we're going to start, all of you, especially if you're watching this channel, you're on that path. We're learning how to tap into the very things that we were given, that we were God-given or universally given to support us in this physical reality, in this 3D reality in the earth plane. We have the things we need within us. And that's been shut down. Those things have been shut down from us for hundreds of years, thousands even sometimes. Like when we look back at the pagans and things like that, it was not witchcraft. Like the pagans stem from like the Vikings, but they knew how to use the earth and use our bodies and use the cycle of astrology and the planets and the earth and the moon and all that things to help us create harmony within. And also if there was imbalances, there's plants, there's ways of working with the body energetically to help bring us back into homeostasis. And we've really been cut off from that knowingness. And that's what's being brought back online for us. All right, let's tap into the tarot here. So we have the Five of Pentacles, the World, and the Queen of Cups. This is, again, spot on here. I'm talking about health. So this could be a theme that is coming up for people, health issues. That's coming up. And we're like, why? Why is this coming up so much? And exactly what I just said. It's an opportunity here for us to learn how to heal, but also this is tied to the emotional body. So with Scorpio here with the Queen of Cups, we got to go deep into the emotional plane to create harmony. There's that holistic approach. Health is a holistic approach. If we only look at the body and we don't look at the mental body, if we don't look at the emotional body, if we don't look at lifestyle, we got to look at all those areas. And that's what this is about. A new beginning, an ending to an old way of seeing things that created imbalance, created unhealthiness or illness. And this is also tied to the level of abundance we've allowed in our life as well. That's ending. That whole old path is ending. And we're starting a new path. And we're learning that our emotional body is guiding us. It's always telling us something. And we're working with the emotions. We're working at supporting our emotional body, listening to our emotional body, validating our body, whether it's pain, whatever's showing up in illness or disease, but also what's showing up emotionally. So we're creating a new relationship with ourselves. We're building, we're strengthening, we're creating a more supportive relationship that's going to be more successful for us and bring health. It's going to bring abundance, and it's also going to bring harmony within our relationships. But it all starts with us first. All right, Ten of Wands, another cycle's ending here. We got the two cards about a cycle ending, one that was challenging, especially with this Five of Pentacles, Ten of Wands. And look at that, harmony, Two of Cups, relational harmony, emotional harmony. and the Queen of Pentacles. Look at this, 2 queens here. So the Divine Feminine is really showing up strongly this week and in this full moon. It's the intuition is going to be key and the emotions are going to be key. And I feel like this is guidance to say what we need to do this week is ground ourselves, be supportive and nurturing, and do some self-care this week. Magician, Page of Pentacles, and 7 of Swords here. So what I feel here, there is a lesson, there is value in what's happening, whether it's health issues, if we're feeling really like some deep emotional stuff's coming up, or whatever's showing up in our life right now, there's value to this that's helping us to get over this. It's kind of this transition period. Because Scorpio is about death and rebirth and transformation. So there's a transformation going on, and sometimes that transformation can get a little, that Scorpio energy, that transformation is, what word am I looking for? It's not the easiest, right? It's not like it's easy. It can feel uncomfortable. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. It can be uncomfortable. There can be some hurdles, but it's for our best good. But here, the Magician means to me, you've already have the power. You've learned a lot. You've grown a lot. You're learning the power of, again, the power of the holistic, using everything, looking at everything, whether it's your mental body, you have the intuition, you have the emotions, and you have the physical. And you're working and using the power of everything to create, look at this, the infinity sign. You're understanding the energy and how to use it in a new way to bring harmony within, and also bringing harmony in your external world. And I think the lesson here with the 7 of Swords is about you're clearing delusion. You're clearing anything that's been filtering you, that's been creating a distortion where you're not seeing the truth. And we're opening ourselves up to the truth of universal law, of what's really going on, of the power we really hold. We're learning the truth that we can heal our own body, and that everything that, let's say, the medical industry, maybe not everything, but when we look at the traditional modern medical machine and pharmaceuticals, they don't want to use the holistic, right? And they actually will not, most doctors will not recommend any sort of holistic approach because they can't, because they are kind of bought and sold by the medical industry, the pharmaceutical industry. And even though we could say, yes, there are things that we can take from that are helpful. Let's say we break our arm or we get in a huge accident and they can save our lives, or there's, surgeries that can really do positive things. But overall general health, supportive health when it comes to daily things, and disease especially, we have the power, and we're relearning the truth. And that's what's coming in right now. And there's something about that this week, and with the Scorpio full moon, that's opening ourselves up to this new beginning here. And I think this is coming in at the perfect time after we just had that Uranus moving into Gemini, and all that Aries energy. So I kind of see this too. We had so much Aries energy in April. We had that stellium of like 7 planets, plus a couple more orbiting bodies in Aries at the same time, which is like unheard of. And the astrologers could not find, literally, they could not go back in history, even thousands of years ago, and find a time that we could reference of when that has happened in Aries before. So that was something new. And that's a lot of fire. So Aries is a fire sign. which equates to wands in the tarot. But now there's the water of Scorpio coming in. So it's almost like that water tames the fire, right? So we had so much fire. So I do feel like even though emotions are high, this is going to bring love into the situation and help bring some balance. Like it's going to cool down that fire energy. Let's see. What's this Page of Pentacles? Ace of Cups, more emotional energy, water, and more, look at that, King of Cups. Wow, we have the King and Queen of Cups and the Ace of Cups. So this could be an offer too. So someone could be crossing your path shortly. These are, the King and Queen of Cups is like the perfect match. I mean, with the Ace of Cups, this is a lot of love. And then we have the Two of Cups. So relational energy is strong. A harmony around love and supportive of that is strong. We do have Venus trine Pluto here. So a trine is good energy. It's kind of a harmonious energy. And Venus is love, right? And finances. And then Pluto is that transformative. That's Scorpio. So look at that. We have the combo of Scorpio. And then we have Venus with love. So there is something here about love and transformation happening. That's opening up this week. And what's the Seven of Swords? And of course, look at this. Death. This is that Scorpio. Scorpionic energy. This is the death rebirth as well. So it's just validating what I'm saying here. That's the death of the old way, the delusion. The death of the delusion. So the delusion that we've been fed, that we've been programmed, the narrative that we were sold by the external world about health and just life and how things need to be and how we need to look at things. We're seeing the truth now. Like all the lies are coming. We're seeing the lies, and this is an end to the lies. So I love it. Like we're opening up to truth, and it's also our own truth within our personal lives. Anything that has been kind of, I don't want to say like lies in the sense that, oh my God, this huge betrayal, like someone's lying to us. I just feel like we're opening up to seeing things in a new way coming from our truth, our heart, where we're like, oh, I'm starting to see this job that, like, you're starting to see the patterns and the energy and how maybe distorted you were, and maybe you were in denial about it. Or this could be around a long-term relationship, or just like how you've been moving through life and you're like, whoa, I'm starting, it's like that can be a huge thing to see things, to see something that maybe you didn't see before. It's kind of like where, let's say the route you take from, let's say, work to your house every single day, right? Or home. It's kind of like that situation where you've been taking this route for years, but this one day, all of a sudden you notice something that you've never noticed before, and you're like, how did I not see that? That's exactly what this kind of energy is coming up about. So this is an amazing, and I'm going to grab this because I saw it. Underneath the deck was the Strength card. So we're overcoming a lot. We're finding confidence. I feel like you're also finding a confidence that you've never had before. I feel like the month of April has really filled us with that fire of that confidence, and Strength is Leo, which is fire as well. So it's like we're learning how to find confidence and strength in who we really are, in our truth, and what we want going forward. And this is what's opening up this new path for us. All right, everyone. This was a big reading. I love it. I love the energy of this week. Definitely ground. Yes, emotions may be high with that Scorpio energy, but this is about surrendering to the flow of what's trying to change for you, what's trying to be rebirthed. And there is an emotional transformation that's going to happen this week. But we need to look at it as positive and exciting, because what is happening here is it's freeing us from something that's been blocking our peace and our quality of life. Thank you again. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Join the Soul Tribe here. Stay connected with me. And you guys have a great week. Bye for now.